Be who you are, live how you want, do what you want, so long as you aren't harming or burdening anyone in the process. That's been my philosophy on most social issues. I don't have to understand it, but as long as you aren't burdening or damaging me or other people, live and let live. Gay marriage? Of course. As long as you're not going to try to make me dance at the wedding. Smoke a bowl? Sure. As long as you're not billing me for Doritos and other incidentals. Rollerblading? I guess. I mean, if you want to, I don't really care, but I reserve the right to laugh when you crash. Here we go. Sit down with some strawberries, some tea, and a nice rollerblading crash montage, you've got yourself a high-class evening. But similarly, transgenderism, I don't fully understand it. I don't know what it feels like to be in a body or a role that you don't think belongs, but from what I do understand, I don't see too much harm in allowing these people who identify this way to be who they want. They've done nothing harmful to me, why should I return anything but good intentions to them? As the great Dave Rubin often says, good intentions can pave the road to hell. And I saw a story out of Alaska this week of the well-intentioned among us paving that road not in tarmac, but in track surfacing.
13 seconds after the gun sounds, the fastest 3A girls in the state cross the finish line of the 100-meter run. Haynes' Natafon Wengyat is among them, but Wengyat's story is different than any other runner at the state championships. She was born a male.
Alternatively phrased, she is a male.
Outside the stadium, members of the Alaska Family Council gather to voice their opinion.
Well, get a load of these bigots. Let's hear about how much they hate a person they don't even understand for no reason.
It is not fair and it is not right for our female athletes, and we have a responsibility to protect our girls that have worked really hard, that are working toward college scholarships.
Keep your reasonable concerns off this campus. I suppose that makes sense. If this trans girl is in the race, that means someone else isn't in the race, right?
Wengyat was the third seed in the 100-meter race coming into the weekend, just missing the cut. Hutchison senior Saskia Harrison.
I'm glad that this person's comfortable with who they are and they're able to be happy in who they are, but competitively, I don't think it's completely 100% fair.
Spoken like a true stateswoman, and I agree. I don't think it's completely 100% fair. I think it's closer to 0% fair. In fact, I think it's about as fair as
Roy Hibbert. Tonight we've seen Dwight Howard, who's posting up and dunking on little kids right now. That's not right, but still.
Difference he made in that Miami series and then pushing those guys literally to the end. You see the value. And
hey, Dwight identifies as a 5-year-old, you hateful bigot. There are two things about this piece that stand out to me. First, the lack of a statement from the trans student or her school's staff. And second, how the quest for equality has become self-defeating. How an idea originally drafted to provide equal opportunity among the sexes now serves to defeat that purpose. My first reaction watching this piece was curiosity about what the trans athlete would say, but that curiosity was never satisfied.
Natafon and her coach declined to comment on this story.
I know it's somewhat of a difficult spot for a young person to be in under the bright spotlight of public scrutiny, so maybe I can be forgiving with the athlete, but no statement of reasoning from the coach, no statement of reasoning from the school who signed off. All of these people complicit in this plainly unfair contest? I don't want to assume bad intent. I want to assume there is good sound reasoning for allowing a male to race females and to say that's fair. But without anybody willing to provide a justification, I am left to try to invent that on my own. And honestly, it's like trying to justify an Independence Day sequel.
welcome to Earth.
Welcome to the Walmart dollar bin. Wow. Rip off. My second reaction is amazement with how twisted our originally good efforts for equal opportunity have become. Twisted to the point they are self-defeating. Much was made about the recent Justice Department letter to all American school districts recommending trans students be allowed to use the restroom that fits their identity as a matter of policy consistent with Title IX. But what is Title IX? Title IX is a federal law that prohibits sex discrimination in federally funded schools. Title IX was codified in the 70s to ensure that young women receive the same educational and athletic opportunity that young young men do. If you're going to offer a boys' sport, Title IX says you need to offer a girls' equivalent sport. Why? So girls have the same opportunity to become athletes, to become scholars, to become everything their male peers get to be. In other words, Title IX was written with good intentions. And look how those good intentions have twisted. Instead of being a legal basis for enabling young women with opportunity, Title IX is now a legal basis for denying them. And that's not speculation. This is a girl who will not race at the state track championship this year, meaning her resume and her college application will not reflect the achievement that she rightfully earned. This is a girl being denied an opportunity of a male peer, not afforded one. This is a girl suffering the exact fate Title IX was designed to erase. Making this matter more difficult to understand, I truly believe nobody here is malicious in intent. Or at least I want to believe that. I don't have reason to believe the trans athlete is malicious. I don't have reason to believe the governing body of Alaska high school athletics is malicious. I don't have reason to believe the concerned protesting parents are malicious. But malice is not a requirement for actual harm. Whether the trans athlete, her coach, or her school are malicious or not, they are harming girls in their school and in area schools by forcing them to compete in athletic contests with a biological boy. Stacking the competition against girls like this is harmful. It is unfair, and it is the exact type of discrimination we should seek to defeat in public education. To be clear, I support this athlete's right to be who she wants, but being who she wants should not come at the expense of others. You can rollerblade past my house if you want, but if you shit in my lawn on the way by, even accidentally, I'm going to take issue with it. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below and especially over on Twitter. That is @skag_3. You're always welcome to come hang out and chat in my live streams. Those are linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Okay, bye.